Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Arifi, and welcome to 1001 American Muslim Nights, where I talk about living our deen right here in the US of A. I try to just be kind of a positive representation. I'm a naturally smiley person. I try to be friendly to people. I try basically to go out and listen to people around me. If their questions aren't too offensive, if they seem to be genuinely interested, if they're not treating me like a reality TV character, I try to answer. I try to be kind. I try to say firmly if I'm working on something, no, I really can't talk about this right now. I appreciate your interest. Now's not a good time. But I did have one really interesting experience a few days ago. So one thing I hope to talk about later is I am chronically disabled. I have several autoimmune disorders that cause horrible joint inflammation and pain whenever there's bad weather. And a few days ago, I saw this old man glaring at me. And he was leaning on a cane and he was glaring, and I just couldn't tell if he was glaring because it was me or if he was glaring because it hurt. And it was a day that I could tell if he was at all like me, it was gonna hurt. So I kind of smiled at him and I was like, yeah, I'm having a bad pain day too, but I resist using a cane because when I had to use a walker, combining the walker with the headscarf, it just drew way too much attention and I'm just way too shy. And we ended up having this really nice conversation about chronic pain and chronic illness and about how wonderful the good days are after you've had a few really bad ones. And at the end of the conversation, he told me, you know, you're the first Muslim I've ever met that I didn't want to kill, which is probably the worst compliment I have ever gotten. But I didn't say that. I laughed because, like, what else can you do? And I was just like, no, that's really funny, that's really strange, but you know, we're a really diverse group. There's a lot of American Muslims, there's a lot of Muslims all over the world. We're as diverse as Christians or Hindus or Hispanic people, any other group you can think of. And it just sort of worked. He kind of grunted a little bit and said, well, it was nice meeting me. And honestly, the fact that he said that it was nice to meet me kind of made my day. Now, obviously, being a visible part of any minority group shouldn't make us automatically responsible for educating anyone else around us unless we are teaching a class and being paid and they are signed up for it. But we know that people are judging us and judging everyone they associate with us by the smallest thing that we do. So when I go out, I try to smile. I know it's sunnah. I try to be positive. Can't always do it, but inshallah, I always try to think about the way that my behavior might impact someone and the way that that might impact them to impact others and how far that behavior might spread. But that's just me. That's what works for me. And I can get away with that for a whole lot of other reasons. One of which is that I don't represent any other minority groups, which I am aware of. So, what about you folks? What kind of questions and comments have you guys gotten? Do you guys have any great responses that I should know about? Hit me up in the comments, please, or hit me directly at arifi@deen.tv. My name is spelled A-R-I-F as in Frank, I, @deen.tv. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.
This Deen TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief, working together for a better world, and by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S.